Hi all, welcome to my latest video. Today I'll be talking about my rankings of the famous Disney Golden Moments on Veve. In my opinion, the whole Disney Golden Moment set will be pieces which will stand the test of time on Veve. I do believe there are some in the bottom end of the list which are not so much in demand, but again will be dragged by just being a golden moment. And if you know your collectors, you know that collectors want collections. I'll start with number 1, as I think this is the best way to showcase the list. Number 1 is a clear winner, the partner statue. The man himself holding the hand of his most popular creation. If you've been to Disney parks, you know this is like the centerpiece, and I'm sure will be the centerpiece in a lot of showrooms. Number 2, R2-D2. In my opinion, the franchise is just getting started with Disney, and if you know your Star Wars collectors, you'll know this is a must-have piece. Number 3, the Disney logo. I'm not too sure how this is overlooked with only 10k editions. I think people on Veve sometimes avoid uncommons, or we don't really have that many collectors who are here for long term to hold these pieces. But again, I'm not too sure. But in my opinion, the Disney logo, that famous logo with Walt's handwriting. Number 4, C-3PO. I think R2 is one of the reasons this collectible is above my next pick. I think the price is being pulled that extra yard just by being a Star Wars set. And I think my number 5 pick is also a growing IP in the audience of the future. But again, once you have that Star Wars set, the two best friends, that's a huge following. Number 5, as you might have guessed, Elsa. One of the best pieces in terms of detail on the Veve app, and the following of the audience who will most likely use Veve in the future is insane. Number 6, Iron Man. The fan base of Iron Man and the great work from Robert Downey Jr. in Avengers and in general in the MCU is why this is here. We all know Avengers movie list and the record's broken, especially for the second highest grossing film of all time behind Avatar. And I also think having comics on this app also brings that fan base of Marvel, and that will cater towards this Iron Man. Number 7, Homer and Bart. I'm not sure exactly how many seasons we're on Simpsons now, but again, this one's not to be missed. This is also 2 for the price of 1, so easily could have been a Disney duo. With a signature at the bottom, and also staple characters growing up, and the famous picture with Homer choking Bart. So I think that's enough said on this one. Number 8, Mickey's Sorcerer's Hat. I think, especially when you look at the price at the moment, people may disagree with this position. But I think the reason why I put this here is mainly because of the oversaturated Mickey Mouse collectibles on Veve. I also do think that with Disney losing the Mickey Mouse ownership in 2024, I think that could have an impact. And again, with it just being the Mickey's hat, it's probably not the most appealing to look at, especially if you've got the Veveverse and things in the showroom. But obviously, this is just my choice and my preference. Number 9, Donald and Daisy, the 2 OGs. The debut in 1934, and Donald Duck nominated as the 3rd most popular cartoon character behind Bugs Bunny and Mickey Mouse. I think that says it all really. Number 10, the Avengers logo. Again, not the most pleasing to look at, but if you know it, then you know the value it holds. Avengers changed the game for MCU, and we'll always come back to that, and top it off with the Avengers Tower or any other collectibles or comics on Veve. I think you'll find a great way to show this off in the showroom. Number 11, Winnie the Pooh. The amount of money made by Disney from Winnie is huge, one of the highest grossing franchises, and also a staple character growing up for a lot of people that use Veve, and I think this piece is still undervalued. Number 12, the Pizza Planet truck. I really hope this Pizza Planet truck is drivable in the Veveverse, because that could make it quite funny. But again, in general, this piece is also another staple in all Pixar movies, and the fact that it's an Easter egg, those Pixar fans will know exactly what this piece is. Number 13, again not the most pleasing to look at, Bart's skateboard. But when you know your Simpsons and you know the amount of fans that Simpsons has, and we all know Bart riding a skateboard and that image you have in your head, and Bart being voted one of the most influential and memorable characters in TV history, I think you can't go wrong with this piece. Number 14, the lamp, the only animated Veve golden moment. Aladdin being the second highest grossing musical of all time. I'm sure we all know The Genie in the Lamp and the famous 90s movie, who some would say is the best Disney movie, but again that's up for debate. But we know that Aladdin has a huge following, and I know it's not the best piece from Aladdin, but I think with it being animated and in general, it is still a staple piece from the movie. Number 15, Timon and Pumbaa, the great duo from Lion King. Lion King is a huge franchise. They also had their own TV series too, the highest grossing animated film of all time. Personally, I would have preferred to have seen a golden moment Simba, but I think still, this is still a big piece in history. Number 16, WALL-E. Definitely a brilliant message from the movie, but I think not the most prominent Pixar character, so this one sits quite low in the list for me. Number 17, Chip and Dale. Not everyone will know Chip and Dale, but those that do know will know their debut was in 1943, and then they became bigger characters. They are popular, but I think value-wise it will derive from them being ultra rare. Number 18, Cogsworth and Lumiere. Beauty and the Beast, of course. Huge musical success, but probably not the most iconic characters you want in a golden moment, but still worthy, I'm sure. They were added more recently to the Disney Fab 50 statues in 2021. Number 19, Lady and the Tramp. Probably not one of the most popular Disney movies, but still a lot of people that are on Veve will remember this movie. There were several films made from it, and everyone knows the spaghetti scene, which Walt actually wasn't too sure about including. I think there will be a few fans for this one. It's also a rare piece, which could bring a bit of value, but again, not as much as the ones before this, in my opinion. Number 20, Flounder and Sebastian from The Little Mermaid. Again, not the most popular character, but The Little Mermaid movie from 1989 was a huge success. Still a popular film to this day. You do see Flounder in several covers of the film too, but in my opinion, not the most popular. And that's it for my list. And as you can see here, this is the list as a whole, from start to finish. It'd be great to hear what people's rankings are, and maybe their reasons too, in the comments. And if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for listening.